Hello, it is 9:28 p.m. on September the 16th of 2021, and I'm on my cell phone tonight because I've been downstairs doing more canning, and I'm just tired. I don't feel like turning on my big computer, but the title of this video is the other dimension is overlapping hours. And what we're looking at are ships from the other dimension that I have documented for since around 2018. And some of these ships can be seen. Hello. Some of these ships can be seen on NASA's website. They can. But they're not seen all the time. And you're not going to get a very clear image like you do here with these ships. You may say, Gina, how did you take these ships? Well, I took them with my iPhone 8 and my clip-on lens. And we are looking at ships. And there are some who say, well, why aren't these ships here? Well, they are here. They're in the other dimension, which is right next to ours, you all. It is. And they have not made their appearance completely known. I call these light ships. That's what I personally call them, light ships, and you can see that they have came out of the other dimension. Just like this. These are the ones that I've documented, the long white ships. You can see the rainbowy like signature colors that would come from the other dimension, because it's like that interdimensional plasma is what it's like. And you can see these colors also in the sky at times. In the clouds, you can. I actually caught one of these ships in the sky, and it had the rainbow-like colors. It literally stretched all the way across an intersection. Yeah, so let me turn this light on. Let me put this around to me for a moment, if I can. You all, let me. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And with that being said, hello wherever you are, in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours, Dr. Mary Lapp. Yes, you caught me live. I wanted to do a video, but I was down there so tired. But I said, you know what, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to get my laptop out. I'm just going to show some pictures from my laptop of the ships, because I haven't showed them in a long time. Hello, everyone. Yes, greetings. So we're going to flip this around. Alicia Rose, hello. Hello, Apple Brooks. Susan B. TV. Yeah, hello, you all. Oh, bang, bang, mucka, bang. That makes a smile come across my face. And it makes me giggle, too. I love it. I really do love it, the bang, bang, mucka, bang. Oh, Ryder. That's okay, oh, Ryder. I'm late getting up here because I've been doing canning down there. So that is all right, oh, Ryder. That is perfectly all right. Yeah, I'm going to turn this volume to my laptop off, because I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way right now with my laptop. Yes. Well, Washington, D.C. really hasn't really been a subject matter of mine. I have different subject matters that I like to focus on. I really do. There's plenty of people who are focusing on Washington, D.C., and I like to focus on these ships right here, the ones that I've documented. And it's fascinating. These ships are fascinating. And yeah, when they did start coming in, I'm going to tell you all, they came in by the thousands. A little more came in each day because we documented them. That's when I was on the Facebook full time doing these. Oh, you're so very welcome. Yeah. We can see, if you look down here, well, you can, if this would focus some more, you can see some like notches, like that these ships are, they've got, you can see these ships literally can hover under each other, and they can connect to one another. They can. Just like this one right here. This has got a ship underneath here and more to connect. They're like Legos is what I liken these to. And, whoa, Gina, honey, you got to bring this down. We got to bring this down, you all. This is a little bit too big. I haven't showed these ships in a very long time. Yes, Dr. Mary Lapp, thank you so much. You're so amazing, too. Yeah, I like showing these ships because, well, they're very fascinating. Let me flip over here to one of my other favorite ones. Right here, you all. Look at this. Look at these ships right here. Now, these clearly are ships. This one right here this is like a mega ship. I'm gonna let you see that whole part of a photo. These are parts of one gigantic photo, because I would take pictures 3 times a day. I'd take it in the morning, I'd take it at night, I'd take it in the afternoon. I would just go outside with my clip-on lens, and they would literally appear in my camera. You may find this very hard to believe, but that's exactly how it happened, you all. They literally appeared in my camera, and I don't have a scientific explanation. I have a spiritual explanation. It was the frequency within my being. They really are cool, and you can see how many there are. They just literally clustered together. They've got their straight edges. They've got their layers, is what they've got, and they've got their notches. And I really do think that these ships aren't all the same shape. I really don't think they are. I think that they, like, take this corner piece right here. I think that this is one shape that attached itself to the end of this ship. And if you were to look deeper into it, you can see underneath, in the background, through the interdimensional plasma. That's what I'm going to call it, because they came out of the other dimension in order to show themselves, you all. They did. And it was pretty cool, you all. I spent all my time doing this. I really did. Looking at these pictures, and it looks like there's a window up there. Can you see up there in that center? Like right inside of there. And to my knowledge, you all, there's no one else has these type of pictures right here. If they have some that look exactly like mine, chances are they're my pictures. Okay, they are. And this is my journey. This is my four-year journey. Back in June of 2018, this is part of it, taking these pictures right here. They were given to me to take, to share with you all. I wasn't supposed to contact anybody else. I was supposed to, and I still am supposed to, just share them with the public, with no middle person at all, because there doesn't need to be. I can share these like this is what I can do, and that's what I'm going to do. I haven't done any interviews, anything like that, because really what I have to say, I can say it to you all. I really can, on a one-on-one basis. I have no hidden agenda, no hidden motive. Valid. Thank you. Yes, they are. The color of the clouds. It is true. They are cloaked in the clouds, is what they are. But look at this, you all. This really is what I do like to do when I'm calmed down from a hard day's work of canning and stuff. I really would like to look at these more. I haven't taken pictures in a very, very long time. I haven't. And because you know what happened, once they came in, then they just slowly, I couldn't capture them anymore in my camera. I could not. It was only for like a year and a half to 2 years, maybe maybe 2.5 years. That was it. I only caught their arrival. That's it. Their arrival into this dimension. Um, yes, you are looking at ships. They don't look like airplanes that are in the sky. I gotta find my little light thing to turn on this light. They don't look like normal airplanes that are in the sky. Okay, if you're tuning in, they don't belong to humans. Okay, they don't. I'm just going to tell you, these aren't humans. They're light ships. They belong to a different species. A different species. They could look. They could have bodies like us. They could have bodies like us, you all. I've never seen the occupants on these ships. I haven't. But these ships do not bring forth any negative feeling whatsoever inside of me. None. I'm not going to call them demons. I'm not going to call them fallen angels because we have plenty enough of that on earth right now, and we have for thousands of years. I'm just going to call them light ships because that is part of my 4-year mission. When those 3 beings came down, and they were humans, okay? Those 3 beings that came down in a beam of light, 2 were human looking, and the other small one was a small extraterrestrial, shorter than 3 feet. Okay, but had like arms and legs, okay? They had arms and legs. And the older lady was telepathic, and she could read my mind, and she told me it's only going to be 4 years, and that was around June of 2018. And so here I am doing what I'm doing now in whatever capacity I am feeling led within my spirit to do this. Yeah. They are in the ocean too. I've heard stories of people saying they've been on ships into the ocean, and of course bases in the ocean, and then you got movies that talk about ships in the ocean, extraterrestrials in the ocean. Yeah, the Aquaman movie was pretty cool. It was a little bit cool looking at Aquaman in the ocean. I only watched it one time. That's about it. You all, let me go flip over here to this right here. I won't be on here too long because I'm going to get tired. But I wanted to get on here just a tad bit so we can look at this a little bit more close up. It just has a tad bit more detail, but not too much. You can just see a little more of these notches. And I'm going to say something about these notches because yesterday on the NASA product, remember seeing this? It was like one ship. It was a single layer ship, okay, like this, but it had one of these notches underneath, and then it had like another layer onto it, but it was facing the other direction. It was like an interstellar ship that came out of the sun is what it was. And it was facing the other direction. But these, I believe that they can come out of the sun too. I have filmed them on the sun. It takes a lot of work to bring them out, but these are coming in and out of the sun also, you all. Yes, they are. Atlantis rising. Yeah. So, let me do this light back on you all. And let me show that if I can. This is my one light is not functioning right. That's okay. That is it's quite all right. There's huge booms under the ocean. I wasn't aware that there were huge booms under the ocean, but I'm sure there are. I really am sure they are, you all. I've got tons of pictures saved on my laptop of these ships, but there's just there's so many. There really are. Now this is pretty cool too. So let me see if I flip this around. Will we get a reflection? We won't get too much of a reflection. But then look at these. You got these little frillies underneath here. I know it looks kind of strange, and you know it's not. You can't always expect ships that are not of earthly origin to look like ships or airplanes that are of earthly origin, okay? You can't expect things to look identical because they don't. it's certain that, let me tell you about this right here. So when I first started off, I had some people not too happy with me. I did. And they were saying that these were specks of dust, is what they are, specks of dust. And they'd take the most horriblest pictures they could find that I shared, and that's the ones they were shared to try to debunk me. But there's no debunking what we're looking at, because this is real. This is reality. These ships didn't go anywhere. They're still here. And they're interdimensional, is what they are. And to be quite frank with you, I've come too far to give up now. I still have less than a year doing what I'm doing. So no, I'm not giving up. I'm not. I'm going to continue, even though I may get tired and I may wonder, what am I going to share? I'm going to continue on this 4-year mission. So yeah, we can look at that. Carolyn, you're so welcome. You are. It's not easy at times, but I'm just getting so over it. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Because, you know, as time passes by, there's more important things in life to focus on. There really is. And, you know, a part of me, it wonders, you know, I've not been shut down. I haven't. I've been allowed to share these ships. I have, and I'm so very thankful. Because they're supposed to be shared. They are. They're supposed to be shared, so I'm thankful that I have been allowed to share them. Sometimes I get distracted with things going on in the world, which is a given. I live in this world, and you live in this world too, and it's hard to tune the world out at times when things are happening that affect you personally. Yeah, you are. All of that. I'm gonna flip through these pictures. Let me show you something. So I got all these images here. Now I think I've shown these before. Some of these before, like these right here. How they so you can't really make these out right here. These big old solar eruptions, but like look at this. So this was the one I was showing the other day, how these came out of a solar eruption, and it was dismissed as a particle event. Those aren't particles. Those are intelligent. They have the ability to line up like this, you all, in rows. These are very intelligent life beings or ships or whatever, intelligently controlled. And I do feel that they are on this earth, and they are very heavily in the skies above. These aren't interdimensional at all. Okay, they are literally cloaking themselves, is what they're doing in the sky. So yeah, whenever these, oopsie, Gina, honey, you got to get this. No, Gina. I got to quit touching that, you know, because this is a touch screen. Even though I like it, I'm touching the wrong thing. That's okay. I can touch it. Yes, I can touch these. That's right. So I want to show you these solar eruption. And what's even more, look at that. They had the white ones that came out and the black ones that came out. And you can tell they're intelligent. You know, look, what if this is big armies? Big armies of ships, because they are just organized. You know, when the Science Channel released a video, if aliens invaded the Earth, okay, you know, look at this. Let me show you. So they had this video, if aliens invaded the Earth. And in this video, they had all kinds of things like this. All these little bitty ships or probes, they poured out of the ship. It was a great big black ship. They poured out of the ship, and they formed a grid around the Earth, a real, like, grid. You may say, well, that's impossible. I don't think it's impossible, because I think we're looking at the evidence right here of how that would happen. These are intelligent. They could form a grid if they wanted to. They could form a circle. They can form patterns, is what they could do. So I don't think it's too hypothetical to think that the Science Channel wasn't too far off. And sometimes I feel that they have clues in their programs. I really do, you all. So that's a big solar flare. And then right here is the inverted image of that. The inverted image of that solar flare. Look at that. And then here's all the ones that were the darker color, just like that. So if they wanted to form a grid pattern around the Earth like a net, they could do it. They really could do it because they're intelligent. They're an intelligently designed, they're an intelligent species, probably a computerized AI species, probably. They could even be a species and not a ship, or they could be a species and a ship combined. They really could. So this is the inverted moon, and this is an image from 1999 on one of NASA's products. I happened to snag it off the internet. I did. A few years ago. I thought, you've got to be kidding. And it came from one of the trace images is where it came from. But they don't look anything like the pictures of the ships that I took. They don't. Because these have more form to them. They do. They have a lot more form to them like this. A lot more detail. These are, they're massive. Now, there is a theory, some thinks, well, this is the Anunnaki. Some have claimed these as the Anunnaki ships, and some have claimed it as the Galactic Federation of Light, and some have claimed these as the ships of the Most High. All of that, you all. But I just wanted to show you, that's what I started doing when I first started doing this. I started sharing pictures of these ships. Just like that is what I started doing. Oh my goodness, you all, I think that's about it. I'm just scrolling through this picture, these pictures, just for a brief moment. I'm going to show you one more picture of these ships, and they kind of look like cities. If you've seen cities in the sky, I'm going to show you this. If you were to zoom up, they're blocks. They look like blocks. Look at that. It's like, it's really strange because if you look at these, it looks kind of, I can't explain it. I really cannot explain this. How this looks. And you know, I don't think it'd be far-fetched to say that there are cities in the sky. I really don't think it'd be far-fetched. I haven't zoomed up on this before. I want to look at this and see what this is, because this showed up a long time ago too. If we could look inside these areas. And they are rainbow colors. If you're looking at them, you're noticing that they are rainbow color looking. If we could like zoom up a little more. I'm trying to see inside here. You know, this could be where they live in areas like this. If I zoom up like this, it looks like there's some beings. It really does. Let me look at this. Looks like there's some beings. Can I get that looking out right here, like one head or two head? And I know it's kind of dark, but it does, you all. This is, isn't it neat, the structure? It is just, it's fascinating. The structure that, that we're looking at. Get that cursor out of the way, because it even looks like they have windows down here. It does. Now let me pause. See, look like right in this area. Like that could be a head. And then maybe it may not be, but still it's just it's so neat. We're peering into another dimension. And it's really hard to visualize what we're looking at because we don't see images like this every day. We don't. It's another world. Another world. The crystal bismuth. Yeah. Well, Earth does go through cycles. Humans go through cycles. And life's going to continue with or without us on some kind of scale. Our spirits are going to live forever. And that's it's really interesting when you think about it. Let me look at this, you all. Let me look right here. I just want to look, okay, I do. I just want to look a little bit more. I'm not sure who they are. They're not human beings. They're not. But I am going to, oh, I love you too. I am going to be going you off because I feel myself getting tired. And so that's my cue to get off here. Is 30 minutes is about long enough. But I want to thank you all for joining me. And again, you're watching me on this YouTube channel on my cell phone tonight. And it's okay. Sometimes I like to do that. And I want to thank you all for donating through the super chat. Thank you very much. And I want to thank you all for taking your time out to join me tonight, because I do look forward to having time to spend with others. I do on here, even though I don't get to see you in person. It means a lot to me, and we need that communication to stay open. We really do. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. And thank you all so much for being on here. And thank you, moderators, for being on here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, day. Yeah, I really do. Love you.